what up, lads? So right now it's London session and prices came down to our flip zone, and then it has also mitigated the demand zone that swept liquidity as well, right? After swept all the available liquidity, we also got a fractal market shift. So now I'm just waiting for extra confirmation before getting in. I ideally want to see some bullish momentum just like this, right? To tell me that price is going to continue heading to the upside, and that is where I'm going to enter for longs. I think the minute price take up this candlestick wick right here, this is where I will start entering for longs, around like this 1.991, 1.992 area, right? Because right now, I need some form of sign that tell me that price is respecting this flip zone. Because if not, then there's a chance that price is going to come down to this extreme zone, mitigate that extreme zone before flying off, right? So it's either one of these point of interest here. So yeah, we'll see. Either way, I'm just going to be looking for longs around this area here, right? It's just all about making sure that I get in at the best timing possible, right? Just really waiting for extra confirmation. Better be safe than sorry after we took that 100k loss, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, just chilling, staying on the sidelines, just doing nothing, right? Because the best position in the market is waiting. It's not buying, it's not selling, but it's waiting. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, looks like prices came down and just broke past the failed reaction right here, maybe sweeping some liquidity before it pushed to the upside, which means that we can count on it coming down here to perhaps mitigate this extreme demand zone that I've marked out right here. If price decide to break out the extreme demand zone, then we are going to hit even down, even further, perhaps to this next 15-minute demand zone, and then we can look for longs there, right? So let's see. Anyways, prices came into here, right? Cool. I want to see some confirmation. If I get some confirmation, then I can potentially look for longs here, and then we can trade in the direction of this bullish internal order flow, right? If not, like I said, if price take out this low, then we know that price is going to make like a deeper pullback into this area right here before shifting bullish, right? So, like I said, just a game of patience. Just got to wait. Just got to wait it out. Oops, looks like, is it going to reverse? Is it going to reverse? It should reverse if this zone is going to hold, right? If not, then yeah, it is what it is, man. Okay, are we pushing up? You can see prices literally mitigate the 1 minute demand zone right here, right? So if you want to start pushing up, it needs to push up anytime right now. Come on, you got to show me more than that, bro. Got to show me more than that, man. Okay, no. Right, still heavily bearish right now, right? You can see price is still bearish right now, right? So me trying to enter for a buy right here is way too early. It's me jumping the gun, me being impulsive, because the market doesn't have to agree with your timing, right? It's not like, okay, if you enter for a buy, price is going to go up. No, you have to wait for the market to give you signs that it's actually shifting bullish, then you look for longs, right? If not, once again, you're just trying to catch a falling knife. All right, so you can see we got a doji candlestick being formed right here. This is a sign that, there's indecision in the market. The market is not sure whether to go down or go up, right? But it doesn't mean that price is going to reverse. Price can still continue going down if it wants to, right? So yeah, you can see the next candle printed bearish, right? Maybe even come down, sweep more liquidity below this low before it starts reversing, right? That could potentially happen as well. So let's see. Let's continue to wait it out, right? Let's not rush to get into the trade itself. If this candlestick close above this wick, this upper wick of the liquidation candle, then we are officially shifting bullish. If not, we are not going to enter for the longs right now. Like I said, you're just trying to catch a falling knife. You try to enter for a buy right here. So yeah, this is what I mean when I say wait for additional confirmation. Okay, but I can start to feel that, like, the bears are getting demolished in the market right now, right? We're going to get a little pullback, right? We're going to start seeing some bullish momentum to step into the markets very, very soon, since it just came down to swap all of this liquidity that we have below these lows right here. If there's not enough bearish momentum right here, price is going to start reversing anytime soon right now, since it's literally came out here, swap all of this available liquidity. The question becomes like whether this liquidity is sufficient for price to actually shift bullish. If I want to be very aggressive, what I'll do is that I'll just place like a limit or stop order like right above the liquidation candle, just like this, and then just wait for that to get triggered, right? Because that tell me that there is buying intent in the market right now, and we can potentially go for this right here. So we decided to enter for a sell position itself because price was obviously not shifting bullish, right? So I've been in this short position for like quite some time right now, and price is approaching this 15-minute demand zone that we have marked up right here, and I am about to take profit soon. or not, right? Let me just see. Let me see what's going on here, right? Price seems to be still crashing down. Maybe I will try to take profit anywhere here. Nah, okay, I think this is a good place to take profit, right? This is a good place to just get the fuck out right now, man. Price seems to be still collapsing. If it break past this area here, we can expect it to come all the way down here, right? So let's see. But basically what happened was that you can see on the internal structure itself, it started shifting bearish when it actually came down here and took out this low right here. You know what, let's just take profit, man. Let's just take profit. Cool, we just got out the trade itself. That was easy, that was pretty damn smooth, right? This is a quick little 1 to 2 hour trade. So there you have it, guys. Today we made about 111k from this trade itself. I was so goddamn locked in, man. You guys have no idea. Like literally at the start, I was about to enter for like a buy position, but then I realized that I wasn't trading the market. I was just trading my perception of the market. I was just trying to impose my will to the market. So I pretty much stripped my bias around, adapted to the market condition, and boom, the market rewarded us for, just flowing with it. Anyways, let me just quickly explain like why did I actually switch my bias from like longs to shorts, right? Because I think it's very important for you guys to understand this. Honestly, like long-term wise, I'm still heavily bullish, right? So you can see higher time frame, heavily bullish, okay? And then what happened was that at the start of the London session itself, I was like, I'm just going to enter for a buy, right? Like that was my initial bias. I was literally about to enter for long positions like somewhere around here. And I told myself that, okay, if price comes down here, and then if price can mitigate this demand zone or mitigate this flip zone, then we can potentially look for longs, right? That was my original bias. And the thing is, my entry criteria did not present itself, right? My entry model didn't really present itself. Like I just didn't have confirmation when price approached this point of interest or this point of interest. You can see if price wanted to shift up, what happens is that you mitigate this and it starts shifting bullish very, very fast, just like this, or at this demand zone. But that did not happen. Instead, price came down, creating like a failed reaction right here. This is the first sign that tells me that price is potentially shifting bearish. And then I continued waiting for price to come down to the demand zone right here. And when it did came down to the demand zone, it still didn't give me my entry trigger, didn't give me my confirmation. So as a result, I continue waiting and waiting. And yeah, later on, price blushed right through that point of interest itself and came all the way down here, giving me a market shift. So at this point of time, I was quite confused, honestly, right? Like I was so locked in on the charts itself. I wasn't even caring about the OBS recording software whatsoever. I just want to like find out what's the objective reality of the market. So at this point of time, I'm just like, okay, is this a market shift or is this just a liquidity sweep? Right? Because this could easily just be a liquidity sweep for price to go up even further. But then that got proven wrong when price actually pulled back up to this supply zone right here, mitigating this supply zone, creating a lower high, and then it starts coming down, crashing down, creating an internal break of structure, right? So at this point of time, I already knew for a fact that price is shifting bearish and there's a lot of momentum in the market, which means that it's going to come down to at least this 1 minute demand zone right here at the extreme swing low on the 15-minute time frame itself, right? So at this point of time, I'm just looking to shorts. And then what happened was that I pretty much waited for price to pull back up to this little previous supply zone that right here, right? Mitigated that supply zone. And then this is where once again, I still waited for additional confirmation. I wasn't certain as well, right? Because price could just start going up just like this. But then I just waited for more bearish momentum to step into the market. And then this is where I entered for the trade itself. Placed my stop loss above the supply zone. Placed my take profit at the next 1 minute demand right here. Actually, honestly, I wanted to like take profit all the way down here. But then I realized once again, I was trading my mental well-being. I was trading my greed, right? And I think it's really because of the fact that I had just suffered the 100k loss, right? Like I think that loss really screwed me up. It made me think to myself, oh my god, I need to catch a 1 to 5 hour trade to actually make back the 100k that I've lost, like to prove to the world that I'm actually as good as I say I am. Like that urge, that ego was just like screaming in my head, and I was very conscious, I was very aware that Brad, stop trading your ego, trade the market, right? So I was like, cool, let me just trade the market, and the market is telling me that this is the right point to get out, all right? Might not be, the largest win, right? But that is the point where price is going to start reversing. So if you place a take profit all the way down here, there's no certainty that price is going to come down there, right? So you can see exactly, literally, right after we get out, I shit you not, like literally, right after we got out, price start reversing, right? Because once again, trade the market, trade price, not your ego. Yo, real talk guys, like I think the reason why I was so like flexible or so quick to actually adapt my trade idea was because of the fact that in the last trade where I lost, 70k and then subsequently lost 30k, lost 100k on the day itself, I was really just, imposing my will onto the market itself, right? So if I were using the exact same strategy, the exact same method, what I would have done is I would enter for a buy right here, enter for a buy right here, and then I'll try to target all the way up here and I'll get stopped out, right, on this trade. But in this trade, I was like, you know what? I've learned my lesson. I've learned to really just try to see the market for what it is as much as humanly possible. And then the market rewarded me for it. As simple as that. But honestly, man, that 100k loss really fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like, I felt weird after that loss. I felt like my self-esteem has absolutely just been demolished, and I felt like my confidence like just absolutely shattered, right? I really feel like shit after the 100k loss. For days, I really just couldn't trade. Like, for days, I felt a little bit scared to press the buy and sell button. And it's been long since I feel this way, right? The last time I felt this way was probably when I was blowing accounts in my first year of trading, right? Having like the fear to press the buy and sell button. But yeah, for the past few days, I've just been doing more inner work, right? Spend more time just reflecting on the loss itself. Just really trying to detach myself from the trade outcome and just really accepting the fact that your past trade does not determine your future trade outcome. It's like your past does not determine your future. Okay, what happened yesterday is insignificant, right? Today, the market is fresh. It's going to present a fresh new set of opportunities and you decide whether you want to take it or not. But if you start to like attach your self-worth to how you performed yesterday, oh, I lost 2 trades, now I suck at trading. Oh, now my trading plan doesn't work anymore. Then once again, you are not trading the market, you are just trading your mental well-being. And then you're going to be doubting yourself, hesitating, and all that shit, right? Which is really not the ideal situation. Like I always say, as a professional trader, all you got to do is to show up and say, fuck your feelings, fuck your fear of uncertainty, fuck your fear of failing, fuck your fear of losing, fuck your fear of looking stupid in front of your friends, and just plan the trade and trade the plan. That's it. Thank you.